Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is actually a single scrimmage, but there is going to be a prize at the end for the winner. It is a best of 5 between Kniter and Salvation. Protoss versus Terran here, beginning on what appears to be Antigua Shipyard. Now, Kniter does have the slight disadvantage where he is going to have to expand towards his opponent here. So we'll see if Salvation is going to utilize that. Notice that Kniter did spawn here at the 5 o'clock position, as our yellow Protoss, and Salvation up here at the 2 o'clock. He is our red Terran. And yeah, we do got Philsby out on the live stream already rooting for Kniter. That is good, good, good. And let's see, anybody out there rooting for Salvation? And anybody know anything about Salvation? Actually, I'd like to know what the TA stands for, what if he's on a team or not, and what team he's hailing from, and etc. Anything else about him? We do know that he is rank 13 Master right now on the North American server. That is pretty good. We do see what appears to be a pause. Never mind. A little bit of a serious pause action. Headphones are going whack for Kniter's music, and TASalvatioN giving the okay. So wonderful stuff. You got to love this serious pause action. Ooh, it's scary. And we should be getting going here in just a moment. The only thing I don't like about the pause screen is you can't move. It'd be nice if I could click around and have a different screen. That way we could at least be talking about something like, well, I guess right now we can notice that Giraffe, or Kniter, does have a chrono boost going down on his Nexus. That will resume as soon as the pause resumes. And we do have what appears to be a pylon here. Super effective for staying away from supply blockage. Got to love it. Looks like we're ready to go. And go. Go, 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 go. Off we go. Back in business here. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have an SCV ready and raring to go for a barracks. Barracks on the way. Perfect. Good timing. And it looks like Salvation going to be also producing some SCVs. Pretty stinking smart. We do have a gateway going down here for Kniter. It looks like a fairly standard opener. I'm liking it so far. Nothing crazy. No forward pylons or anything yet. Actually, no scouting either. So we'll see who is going to win the scout award in this game. Sending out the first scout. Is it going to be Salvation? No. No, it is not. Too bad. And it looks like one gas down for Kniter so far. There we go. We do have a scout. Winner! Alright. It is going to be Salvation. And off he goes. Is going to be checking what appears to be the tower first. Now that's interesting. Jagercraft on the web, out on the live stream, asking if this is a best of 3. It is indeed a best of 5. Best of 5. So yeah, going to be kind of fun. It's nice for us. We get to watch more super high-level master play here. That is really, really nice. Single gas still so far here for Kniter, so not going to be going for any super fast tech or anything. Probably going to be, I would guess at this point, a one gate expand potentially. Either that or a 2-gate expand. That seems to be fairly popular these days against Terran. Now we do have a command center going down for Salvation right where he wants it. Not going to be bothered with flying it out. Got to love that, man. He's like, well, might as well not waste that time. Let's go ahead and build it right here. It's not that difficult to defend, apparently. And he is going to be putting down a bunker up here. So yes, it is. There goes the bunker. Now we do have Salvation with this idle SCV here, kind of just chilling. So I'm interested to see what he is going to do with this guy. Got to be something, but it is Kniter taking an expand as well. It is off of one gateway. Notice he does have his cyber core down, as well as the warp gate tech on the way. No chronos going down on it quite yet. So we'll see what he's saving his chronos for here in just a moment. He is supply blocked here for a moment. That's no fun. But a pylon here going to be complete, so it will not have been for very long. Salvation trying to figure out what the heck is going on. He did run this guy over to this position, and now he's going to be cruising back for some more scouting. In the meantime, Kniter going to be sending out a stalker. Looks like he will deny this SCV scout. But he did see the timing of the Nexus, And that is good intel there for Salvation, and it looks as though the Stalker are going to be cruising out across the map. However, he is going to run up against a bunker. Ouch! That's going to give that Stalker a bad day unless he backs out extremely quickly, which I highly recommend. Now, we do have triple racks right now. The first tech lab finally going down here. Oh, Knight are going to have to back out. Nicely done. Is backing out there fairly quickly. Let's check in on the units tab and see where we're at. 29 probes for Niter, 25 SCVs, but obviously the mule advantage is going to be kicking in hardcore for Salvation, so that's really, really good. Looks like he definitely has the economic advantage. You can see that actually on the income tab. Notice Salvation way higher there. You'll see it peak when there's no mules, or when there are mules, but really, really close there. Looks as though Niter staying pretty solid on his chronos for his economy as well, and is going to be getting out a robotics facility, and he does have his observer cruising across the map. We'll check in on that observer here in just a moment. I wonder if I can control group. No, I can't control group that. Never checked that before. But bear with me. We are going to potentially see some immortals. Yep, there goes the immortal. Perfect. Great timing. Looks like a nice 2-gate robo expand type deal. Should be seeing a potentially new tech pattern here from him in just a moment. Now, Niter is going to be going for some good scouting right now. Notice he does see double reactors, 1 tech lab that is working. It is going to be Stimpack there. Double bunkers here, so his tight defense right now for Salvation. That is going to give Niter, I think, a little bit of leeway here for just a moment. Looks like Salvation going to be playing defensively. He doesn't have to worry about any attacks right off the bat, so probably going to see him probing up here pretty hardcore for just a few moments, as well as choosing his tech pattern. Wonder what it's going to be against this apparent Bile Ball here. So nothing really new. We do have a factory going down right now, but probably just getting this down so that he can get out a starport at this point, which is a pretty decent idea. Nice to have some medevacs in the mix if you are going Bile Ball. But that's exactly what it is right now, and Niter sitting here camping with his observer and sees everything that's going on. So my guess is he may opt for Colossus, either that or it is going to be Zealot and Archon. Charge cons is what we call that, because you always get the charge out on those Zealots. Charge con build! Go Charge con. But Immortals right now, not a bad choice either. Immortals do additional damage to the Marauders. They rip those suckers apart. Notice they are armored units, and guess what? Verse armored, 50 damage. That is a lot if you did not know, but now you know. So good stuff. And wow, there's the robotics bay, and he is working on thermal lance. Phenomenal. And our first Colossus is on the way right now. We do have combat shields going down, as well as a Reaper coming out. Probably just going to use that guy for some scouting. We'll see if he's going to send that guy across the map here in just a moment. But I like the decal, by the way. Look at that decal here for Salvation. Pretty sick. Pretty stinking sick. Dive bomb. Oh, wow. Scan going down is going to kill the observer. So blinding Niter for just a moment. We do have the Reaper cruising out across the map. I just want to mention that Dive Bomb out there on the live stream has been taking lessons from Niter. And if anybody else needs lessons from Niter, go check out his website. It is AoWKnighter.com, strangely enough. And at this moment, though, we do have some Reaper harass about to take place. Looks like he is actually going for some serious scouting first. Oh, look at that. He does scout the robotics bay, so that is great intel for him. And here comes the factory for some additional scouting. Look at this, though. Niter is going for a hidden nexus. Now, let me tell you what this usually means. It usually means High Templar for Archons or for Storms or both. But that he's going to go straight for his gas here, I assume. Now, I've been wrong before, so we'll see. But generally, this is just an expansion that he uses to get out a lot of extra gas. So you probably won't see him commit too many probes to it, since it is going to be difficult for him to defend. And, yeah, makes it kind of interesting. Well, this factory is probably going to burn down. There is no heal in the works quite yet. We do have a Stalker here at the Zelnaga Tower, so if a single unit comes out to try and heal that sucker. It is not quite going to make it in this factory. Probably going to die here in just a little bit. But go check out AoWKnighter. He's got some phenomenal stuff going on his webpage. You can also watch his live stream on my webpage, I think. And maybe he changed it, I don't know. But I think my live stream is still up there. Now, we do have double upgrades here for Knightr going down +1/+1 in the works right now. That is going to make this army super, super effective. Notice that Salvation is securing his third at this point, which I think is a smart deal. Knightr did make a probe transfer here, which is kind of interesting to me. And he didn't get the gas, so I was clearly wrong. Yet again, that's the second time he's done that to me on this particular build, these hidden expansions. But it's so hard to expand towards your opponent here. Sometimes that's your best choice. Let's check back in on this factory. It looks as though it is going to burn down here in just a little while, but we do have movement. Better check in and see. We got plenty of Vikings right now. Charge on the way. It is more Colossus right now. Weapons level 1 is about to be complete, as well as ground armor level 1. So is Salvation going to be pushing out here? He's got a fairly scary army, but I just don't know if it's going to be super effective against this many Colossus. Templar Archives going down. We do have the double gas now finally going down here at this expand. And yeah, so Knightr should be gearing up for some Archons here in just a little while, which makes me very, very happy. I love Archons right now. They are a superb unit, as well as high temps. Good storming can absolutely obliterate your opponent. And looks as though Salvation going to be gearing up for more Bile Ball. You see these holograms here? Yeah, that's the telltale sign. It is going to be more barracks, 5 of them, and that is going to mean a very, very large amount of Marines and Marauders. In the meantime, we do have a probe going to be gearing up for the gold expand here for Knightr. I like this play quite a bit. Not bad. He does have that hidden expand. Going to take a small risk here now on the gold. I think is a wise choice. And he does have, a fairly scary army, even with the threat of all of these Vikings, which has quite a bit of Vikings. These Colossus are going to be able to do a lot of damage to that ground army very, very quickly. And it appears that Knightr is going to be going for his tech switch into those Archons. There, so you see some Archons on the way. Right there it is. And that is really, really going to be effective, I think. He needs to probably get a couple more, but it is about to be go time now. He does have map control here, does see this coming, so here comes the attack right now. Is Knightr going to be prepared? But look at this, he is going to scout over... No, he's not, never mind. Does not quite see the gold expand there. Salvation splitting his army up, and he is ready, rocking, and a raring to go. Here for the attack. It looks like good EMPs going down. We do have these Colossus try to do all the damage that they can before the Vikings do obliterate them. They will absolutely all die. We got Salvation stimming forward here, trying to take everything out. We do have a couple of mortars still in the works. And all of these Vikings landing there. And wow, beautiful, beautiful push there from Salvation. Absolutely cleaning out his opponent. Nicely done. Is going to be cruising forward here. It is absolutely go time. +2/+2 on this army here is what is making that difference. And these Vikings, I love that he lands the Vikings. So smart. Might as well get these guys in on the fight. We are going to see some potential Archons here. We don't have Storm on the way, so that's got to be an Archon. And it is going to be some charge slots here in just a moment. But is this going to be enough defense? I do not know. It does not appear so, but I've been wrong before, so we shall see here in just a moment. He is going to have one more Colossus here to try and make this happen. And look at that, lifting off the Vikings. The Vikings now going to brutalize that Colossus. Another EMP going down there. I'm loving that from Salvation. Perfect use of EMP. And going straight up here to the high ground. Landing these Vikings. Going to be getting right up in the face of the Archons. And this appears that it is going to be a game. Ladies and gentlemen, Salvation gearing up to take game number 1. Indeed he does. There's the G. Well played from Knightr. We'll be going into game number 2 here in just a moment, so don't alt-tab. Always out Starcraft. We'll see you guys here in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have some live action coming at you right now. It is a phenomenal show match here between Knightr and Salvation. Knightr obviously hailing from clan Art of War. What a phenomenal clan that is. ladies and gentlemen. Salvation here. I don't know much about Salvation. However, he is a phenomenal player. Taking a game off Giraffe, not an easy task, and he did do that in game number 1. Now, it is a best of 5, so there's plenty of room for AoWKnighter to begin to make up that difference. And hopefully he will do so. It is going to be here on Total Remulter, as we mentioned earlier, and it is in cross position. Salvation is our red Terran. He is down here in the bottom right-hand corner. AoWKnighter, our yellow Protoss, up here in the top left. And Jagercraft saying, crush the Terran, go, go, go. Haha, I like it. I like it, brother. I'm feeling you. I play Protoss myself, so, I mean, nothing against Salvation here, but if we're going to stick with races, man, let's go. Go Protoss, right? Dive Bomb agreeing with him. So it is going to be a little bit of fun here for just a moment. Notice that we do have a pylon here for AoWKnighter, and the question now is he going to go for a 15 Nexus? Nope, he is not. It is going to be a standard opener. Gateway first here, so no super fast expands. I know that may make some people sad. It does make me a little sad. I love seeing him go for his pylon 15 Nexus, and it is crazy train, ladies and gentlemen, against Terran, but it works sometimes, so it's a pretty solid build. But in the meantime, we do have a barracks going down for Salvation. He is going to be working on a fairly standard opener himself. I don't see anything crazy yet from either of these players yet, so Dive Bomb says, I just have to put this out there so it gets onto YouTube because it's actually pretty funny. He says, there's a reason the word pro is in Protoss. And he says, Dive Bomb says, that is my quote, so no one take it. So all credit goes to Dive Bomb. And we will not quote nuke you, sir. We will not quote nuke you. You are entitled to all of the rights thereto. Oh, Frosty's saying he is going to take it, but I don't know. It's difficult to take that. Subcore has gone down here for AoWKnighter. He does have his assimilator currently mining. No second quite yet, so it is not going to be super fast tech, that's for sure. Now notice that Salvation is securing his natural here in a pretty decent way. A pretty decent time. Frosty's puts his name at the end of the quote. That's pretty funny. But Dive Bomb says patent pending. So it is going to be a battle. I assume these guys are going to be hiring some attorneys here very shortly for the battle. But we won't be able to keep up with that one. That one's going to take a little bit longer than this game. So we'll get back into the game. It is double racks right now. Going to be a bunker going down here for Salvation, playing a nice one defensively for just a little bit. Oh, so BM, he says. So BM. Probe don't hurt you. Nah, it's not bad manners. It's okay. It's okay to kill probes if you are a Terran. But, oh wow, love hurt, says Salvation. Salvation does cruise in here with his scout. He did see the timing of the Nexus. Oh, and wow, the Stalker just missing him there for a second, but he is indeed going to die. Great, great control here from AoWKnighter. Going to take him down. We do have the second gas going down now for AoWKnighter just now. Does have his Warp Gate tech on the way, but not using the Chronos there quite yet. So I'm going to be interested to see what he's saving his Chronos for here yet again. Salvation now getting his orbital at the natural. He does have this bunker with 4 Marines for defense at this point, so not too bad against an early 1 Stalker push. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be gearing up for a nice macro game here, potentially. I do assume one of these guys will put some 2-base pressure on the other, but we'll guess as to who it is here in just a little bit. We do have a probe here cruising out here for AoWKnighter. Looks like he may come in for some scouting. Let's check and see his path here, actually. Bear with me. Oh, it is going to be a forward pylon. Ladies and gentlemen, press 1 if you love forward pylons, because they are not going to be around after Heart of the Swarm comes out. Because now Zerg are really going to be able to brutalize them. But, I mean, you'll still be able to use them, but not against Zerg quite as much, that's for sure. And AoWKnighter does have it down, that is for sure. We are going to see a whole bunch of warp gates on the way. Proxy Pylo, that's right, Husky says that, huh? I love Husky. He is phenomenal. My favorite caster, that is for sure. And we do have a double bunkers right now, so it looks as though Salvation is going to be potentially prepared for any early harass here, mid-game harass. And it looks as though AoWKnighter is going to be gearing up for just that in just a moment. You can see all of these gateways coming in. We do have no new tech yet, so kind of interesting. Going to be gearing up for his third, though, as well, so not too bad. Going ahead to take out these destructible rocks. Got to love it. Now let's check in on Salvation's tech pattern. Notice he is getting stim and weapons level 1 down right now. There is weapons level 1. He is going to be getting a Ghost Academy as well, and pumping out some Marauders, so it's going to be gearing up for a nice little bio ball here yet again. Does have a third bunker going down. Salvation dead serious about holding his main here for just a little bit. I like this play quite a bit, actually. I mean, I think sometimes we take for granted how effective bunkers can be because you can salvage them. I mean, 75%, it's not that much of a loss to go ahead and put this down for the potential of a push that you were unaware of on the way. So I mean, I think very, very effective use of minerals here. It's only going to cost him 75 minerals when he does decide to salvage these. So yeah, Frosty's out there on the live stream saying bunkers drive me bonkers. I agree. They drive me crazy too. I love it when they only put one bunker down and I'm like, sweet, push. Yeah, it was a good pun. I like it. I think I may even steal that too. So I hope you have a good attorney if you're going to sue me. But we do have the third going down for AoWKnighter. He is looking to be in great shape. Notice he has chosen a new tech pattern. It is going to be Twilight Council as well as a robotics facility. Probably going to be using his robotics facility for either drops or for just his observers, because I don't think he... Oh, well, I take it back. Look at that. He is going to get some Colossus out here. Interesting. Either that or he's just going to get his upgrade speed for the dropships, which isn't a bad idea either. But with Templar Archives, I think, is his main tech pattern right now. I do think that he is going to be going for a heavy amount of Templar, which I think is a decent idea. But let's check in on this forward position that his army is taking. Now, we've got a lot of gateway units here. And it is going to be go time. It looks like AoWKnighter is going to push this attack. Look at this. And Salvation going to be slightly out of position here. And here comes the attack. Is Salvation going to turn around to get the flank? It appears that he is. Now AoWKnighter going to have great, great force fielding here to make this happen. EMP is going down. Beautiful EMPs. Actually, look at that. Absolutely no more stuff on those guys, and no force fields here in this army yet either. And Salvation going to clean this up in serious style. Down goes that entire army for AoWKnighter. Now, the nice thing is for AoWKnighter is that he did do a decent amount of damage to the mineral line here. Let's just check in on units lost. Notice that AoWKnighter did take a beating there, but check Control R. It is workers killed that is going to make a difference here potentially for AoWKnighter. He did kill 15 workers in that exchange. Now that could definitely serve him well. But let's check in. It is going to be Salvation putting on some counter pressure here. Now he did utilize stim, but he does have some EMP still available. And EMP is going to be the bane right now for AoWKnighter. My goodness. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Looks like he is going to hit the back door. We do have one Colossus out on the field. A couple Archons here going to be super effective, I think. And that is exactly what he needs. The nice thing is that this army, if they do stim, will be relatively low on health. But look at that. Oh my goodness, that EMP is so absolutely brutal there. But Salvation going to back out, playing it safe here, backing out immediately, and going to go rebuild his forces. Now we should see AoWKnighter, or I mean rather Salvation, sorry. Salvation gear up for his third at just about any moment. Notice he is going to be getting out some medevacs. Going to be nice to have some heal in that army that is still looking a little bit ragged. Yeah, Frosties, thanks for whispering energy to me. I got, it's kind of like being supply blocked, but it's word blocked. It happens to me quite often. I happen to be not the brightest coin on the sidewalk. Too bad, but that's okay. But it looks like Salvation is going to take a forward position here. We'll see if he's going to push in. Trouble is there's a lot of AoE in this army right now. AoWKnighter going to be splitting this army up, but oh, trying to pop off some EMPs, a decent EMP there, but because NAITer had his army split, he is going to save a lot of damage on some of those units. Going to be warping in quite a few more zealots. We do have charge going to be complete. Oh, never mind. He didn't even start charge. Oh my goodness. He needs to get charge. But back door here for Salvation. Going to be cruising in here. Definitely going to get the snipe on this Nexus. And probably even going to back out right afterwards. Yes, he does. Look at that. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Absolutely going to be pesky for NAITer right now to deal with. Oh, wow. He is going to engage here. Is not going to be backing out. Almost a hit and run. I thought for sure he was going to back out, but he turned around to engage there. So crazy. He did take a pretty literal beating there. Let's see if that's going to make a big difference in the units lost. No, it isn't really. It's still, I still definitely in Salvation's favor here, but the nice thing for NAITer is he does have a pretty decent tech advantage right now, but that is going to change as +2/+2 is about to be complete. Well, actually not the armor quite yet, but +1 or +2 weapons is pretty close. And so this engage here for NAITer is going to be key. He doesn't have any upgrades quite yet. He is taking a third, or retaking his third and taking a fourth here, which is not bad. And Dive Bomb saying he liked the name Giraffe. I don't blame you, brother. I kind of like Giraffe too, but NAITer is apparently the name that he's used for a long time. And he is switching back, and this is a good time for him to be switching because he is going to be GM very soon, and yeah, doesn't want to get too far into his career with his old name or a name that he doesn't want. Nice engagement here. Good storms going down. The storm's absolutely making a difference. And going to brutalize the army here for Salvation. Notice that we do have a definite supply advantage here for NAITer, and even though he did lose that Colossus, this is still a very, very scary army, especially with just one Colossus in there, and maybe even another storm here in just a little bit. Looks like he's almost got 75 energy back. Too bad he does not have charge. He is getting it right now. I think just a little bit late on the charge, and it does make a difference here, so he is going to have to back out, but he did win that battle, I think, in pretty dang nice fashion. So let's just check in on units lost. Notice that NAITer is evening it up here just a little bit. He has secured his fourth as well. And charge is going to be complete, so that will make Frosties happy. But he doesn't really have any upgrades yet, and that is another thing that's been hurting him. So, I mean, look at that. 0-0-0 on the upgrades. He is going to be warping in a ton of units. Storm's going to be the deciding factor here. And he's absolutely got to make this happen. He does have another, what appears to be Colossus on the field. Going to be sending that guy out right now. But yeah, another robotics here. He's going to be switching into heavier robotics play. But charge now going to be the deciding factor. Got to see some storms. Storm, storm, storm. There we go. Happy, happy for storms. Obliterating that army. Good. Storms going down yet again. Is he going to have enough units to potentially clean this up? I do not know. Pulling SCVs here. Salvation in his last ditch effort for just a moment to try and make this happen, but too many Archons now on the field in a good warp in here. Got to get this army together, though. I think NAITer's really got to make this happen. I would probably go for the third here, but he is going to be going for this natural. Taking out refineries is okay, but I would rather see him killing these probes, or SCVs rather, at this mineral line. He is going to be warping in some more units, some charge lots. Super, super effective here. But, wow, he's really got to get it going. He's giving Salvation, I think, a chance to catch up here and potentially hold this off. Well, I take it back. I think NAITer's probably won this game. That's way too many charge lots to deal with, I think, at this point. But this is great. He is going to deny the third here. And Salvation about to lose all of these poor SCVs. Too bad. But this is nice because it is going to even up the score 1-1 if a NAITer is able to take down this win. We do have a couple EMPs though that may make a difference here. Here comes the attack. Oh, EMPs going down. Gotta love those EMPs if you are a Terran player. Stim being utilized here as some units get in the mix. He does not have any storms, but look at this. Salvation serious about his kiting right now, trying desperately to hold on here and keep this army away from his base. Oh, look at that feedback going down on the Ghost. Looks as though NAITer will clean this up, and there is the GG. Beautiful, beautiful play there from NAITer. So congrats to him. It is tied up 1-1. We'll be going to game number 3 here in just a moment, so don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys here in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Neck. We do have live action coming at you right now. It is going to be AoWKnighter, Art of War's Knightr taking on Salvation. It is game 3 between these two individuals. Yes. And tied up. It is a best of 5, so the pressure not on either individual yet. Of course, it will start to mount after this game because it will be match point for one of these guys after this one is over. So Salvation is going to be our blue Terran up here in the top left hand, or top right hand corner I should say. It is Xel'Naga Caverns, and it is actually not MLG's version either, so kind of interesting. But it is going to be Knightr down here in the bottom left as our yellow Protoss as well. So pretty solid stuff. Chrono going down on the Nexus. Looks like a very, very standard opener. Got to love that. Wow, Salvation seems to really be a great player. Anybody want to see APM? Let's just check APM. Oh my goodness. That's pretty good. It is a show match, Lord Frisia. Good to see you back, brother. But yeah, it is a show match, and it is pretty solid play between these two guys. 1-1 in their best of 5 right now, so tied up. Got to love it. There is the first gas for Salvation in pretty decent time. Very standard opener, though. He does have this barracks going to be starting to complete a wall off. All he has to do is toss down another. So asking of the ranks. Now, Knightr is also known as Giraffe. You may have seen Giraffe before. He did change his name to Knightr. He is rank 11 Master currently, and Salvation is currently rank 13 Master. So a really high level of play here. This has really been tons of fun so far in these past 2 games. Cybercore going down in great time. It is just a single gas here for Knightr, and not going to be getting his second gas right now, which means he is not going to be rushing any tech. So good standard play here from Knightr. Safe play, I think, is a smart move. Oh wow, Salvation won a Zeke tournament today. That's great. Pretty good stuff. But tell your friends to come hang out on the live stream if you guys can, and we'll try and do some more dollar questions. I think that's tons of fun. But I'm trying to promote getting viewers. I really would hope that you guys will get some, tell your friends, have them come out. That really makes it better for me to donate dollars here and there. It starts to add up. I spent a lot of dollars, actually, come to think of it. It is going to be a factory going down here for Salvation very quickly, and a reactor on the way. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are about to see Hellions, it appears, because he did move this barracks up here to this position. Notice he is going to toss down a bunker for some defense. Are we going to see the Hellions dropped, or are they going to run, or drive, I guess you could say. But good stuff. Dive Bomb out on the live stream asking about my sponsors. I do have 0 sponsors at this moment, but I'm waiting for my website to be done. I've just about got everything complete. I'm trying to get my Flash calendar installed on my homepage and on another page, and as soon as that's done, I will be launching AltStarcraft.com. And as soon as AltStarcraft.com is up, I will be looking for sponsors. Now, notice that Knightr did toss down his robotics facility and is trying to hide that tech. So, oh, it's not up yet, Lord Frisia. It's not up yet. But it will be up soon. So, in fact, between matches, I'll show you guys what it's going to look like. That'll be fun. But here comes the Hellion. Is he going to get some damage done? How many kills is he going to get? It looks like not very many. Oh, force fields and taking him down. Nice control there from Knightr. Press 1 if you like Knight's control. He says, sup, son, and gives the good old-fashioned shrug. Got to love that. Salvation probably grumbling just a little bit there. Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But we do have the starport now out on the tech lab. It is going to be some cloaked Banshee harass cloak on the way right now. And the bunker here for defense. So not a bad defense, but he is really going to have to make that harass stick. Notice that, look at this. Knightr, because he saw, notice this, okay? This is where the scouting comes in. He sees a Hellion, knows that Cloak Banshees are a very, very common transition from Hellions. So what did he do? He plans ahead. He goes ahead and gets out an Observer. Very, very smart play. Always want to be doing that. And notice that he does have his Stalkers already waiting in the mineral line just in case. He's not going to be pushing out. This is the place to camp him when Banshees are a possibility. So keep in mind what he's doing here, especially you guys that are training with Knightr. Really, really good metagaming here. And look at that. See, he's putting it. Oh, ooh, misclick, misclick. That's okay. He's back in business. He's just trying to move his Stalkers, but I think he accidentally selected his probes. But pretty interesting there. And there goes the Cloak Banshee having to run for its life. So great, great defense from Knightr right now. Got to love that play, guys. And it is super imperative that you always, always do that. Notice that he did leave a little bit of a little room back here behind that robotics. And so he can get some Stalkers in here to deal with that Cloak Banshee. So that's perfect. You never want to put it right up against the edges. The only thing you put up right up against the edges are things that you don't mind losing, and that is pylons. But should be decent defense here, but Salvation trying to be as pesky as he can. He does have this Banshee coming back, it looks like, for seconds, as well as one headed to the mineral line, so he is going to do a two-pronged attack here. I'm liking that quite a bit, and here goes the harass. Knightr cruising down here with his units for defense, and incoming Banshee, I would assume, at that location. Notice this Banshee did pick up 5 probe kills, so even though Salvation has been pretty much countered here, he is still doing a great job because of his micro. So phenomenal play right now from Salvation with these very, very expensive Banshees. Got to love it. Looks like he may be backing out though with his Banshees and transitioning potentially. He is going to be putting down some barracks here on Tech Lab, so going straight for some Bio Ball potentially. Oh, excuse me. Getting stuffed up a little bit. Salvation now going to be securing his expand. I like that quite a bit. Going to be tossing down some bunkers here for defense. Not a bad play. May even leave this bunker here. It's actually really a good position. Nope, he is going to salvage it. Not a bad idea. Either way, it does not matter. But he is going to be tossing down his orbital command here and should be in great position if he gets these bunkers complete before his opponent shows up here. Now we do have a push here from Knightr, and it is going to be extremely strong push. 4 Immortals in this army. Yikes! Oh my goodness, these guys are going to rip through these bunkers very, very quickly. We need to see these bunkers filled with units ASAP. No bad language on my stream though, by the way. Here comes the attack though. Looks as though these Banshees going to try and make this happen. We do have a nice looking point defense drone going down. Do see some decent kiting here from Salvation, trying desperately to repair this bunker. But my goodness, those Immortals do so much damage. And it looks like Salvation may actually hold on here. Does have a lot of Marines still in the mix. Good point defense drones and turrets going down here. Very active with that Raven. Great, great defense there from Salvation. Now he did spend a lot of SCVs to make that happen. Let's check and see where we're at. Whoops. It is going to be 22 workers killed right now for Knightr. Beautiful there, because Salvation had to pull so many off of his mineral line there just for that defense. But he did make the defense happen, so that's pretty good. Now he is going to have Stim finally out on the field. Ghost Academy on the way. Oh, a Link. I'm sorry, you're saying Link. It looked like, I thought you were cursing. I have it bleeped, so you can post links if you want. I don't care about that. We just try and keep it clean because very few other streams keep it clean. I'm trying to set myself apart from those guys. But no, it wasn't bad language. It was just my bad. I only glanced over there. I was watching the game too much. So sorry about that, Frosties. But now Knightr has taken his expand. Looks like he's gearing up for a 3rd too, so not bad there. He'll be brutalizing these destructible rocks. So sad. Those guys can't even fight back. And going to be getting some warp ins here. He has not done anything with this Robo for just a little while, except for these 2 Immortals here. The Expand now up and running. Now notice that Salvation in great shape here economically. He got this up in great time. Let's just check in on the Units tab and see where we're at economically. Notice that AoWKnighter does have a slight disadvantage there. And it is going to be a push from Salvation. Now, this should go very, very well for him. He held that off in great style, kept a strong economic position through that last attack, and brutalized AoWKnighter's army there. So this, I think, should go really, really well. Let's take a look at the defensive posture here for AoWKnighter. The nice thing for Salvation is he is going to have some EMPs. EMP is going to be brutal here. EMPs going down immediately. Look at those shields disappearing. Couple stims, and it is GG, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the stim, and there's the GG, even before the stim, so I got that out of order. I should have said it is GG, then stim. But there it is. Game number 3 going in favor of Salvation. Beautiful play from him. I love that defense, making all of the difference. But it is going to take us to game number 4, where the pressure is on AoWKnighter to try and take down a win there. So thank you guys for coming out. Don't alt-tab, always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys in game number 4. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG's Metalopolis. We do have Art of War's AoWKnighter taking on TASalvatioN. This is tons and tons of fun, this matchup right now. And it is a best of 5, and we are currently in game number 4. That means that one of these guys, it is match point, and it is indeed Salvation. He has done a phenomenal job taking 2 matches off of a very, very difficult player here. AoWKnighter is such a strong Protoss, but Salvation clearly has got some phenomenal strength as well, and this has just been great stuff. Back and forth between these guys is phenomenal too. I mean, we've got to really appreciate how much work these guys are putting in to try and take this win down here. Now let's take a look at our spawn positions. It is Salvation as our red Terran. I love how he keeps switching colors. He's kind of funny. Keeps switching colors on us, but he is going to be at the 2 o'clock position. Close air positions at 12 o'clock. We do have AoWKnighter spawning as his standard yellow Protoss. He seems to like that yellow quite a bit. And a standard opener so far from Salvation. It looks so far so good. Same here for AoWKnighter. We'll see if we're going to see anything crazy. I would like to see maybe one cheese match out of these guys. Actually, I do have a question for you guys. Do you consider 111 a cheese? I personally don't, but some people do. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think about 111 build? Is it a cheese or is it not? That will be an interesting topic. We do have the gas going down here for AoWKnighter in pretty decent time. He does have his scout. He gets the scouting award this game. Coming out fairly early, is going to find his opponent right off the bat. It's good to know if you're in close air positions on this map, because 111 very, very strong because of the close air positions here. So he should be well prepared for that potential. He is going to build in some fail-safes in his build, I assume, so that he does not get caught off guard by Cloak Banshees if that is the case. So we should see him preparing relatively well for that here. We do have the Cyber Core going down and second gas going down here fairly early. So it may be some quick tech. We may even see a fast robo here from AoWKnighter. Or a Void Ray Rush, please, says Frosties. That would be kind of fun. I wouldn't mind a Void Ray Rush here. Void Rays tend to be pretty strong if you can catch your opponent off guard. Second gas here, though, is definitely getting saturated right away, so should see some serious tech. I'm liking it quite a bit. Either that or tons of sentries. Could be that too. Maybe it is, because look at this. He is chrono boosting out his warp gate. I think we may see a Sentry Stalker 4 gate. You know what? I think that's what it's going to be. We'll see here in just a moment. I mean, I've been wrong before, but I don't know. We'll see. Here's the deciding factor. It's what he puts down right now. Oh, you win. You win. It is going to be Stargate. Void Ray Rush incoming. Fun. I'm liking that quite a bit. Press 1 if you love Void Rays. Press 2 if you think they're broken. And here comes a scout from Salvation. Now, if he does scout this, that is going to be brutal. We do have a stalker here. Look at this. This stalker out of position. And here comes the scout. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, Salvation getting a very, very clutch scout in. Brutal. Oh, ouch. Okay, well, he is going to allow the Stargate to finish. Now, my guess is he's probably going to go for Void Ray still. Yep, it is Void Ray still, but I don't think he's going to push in for some harass. I think he's just going to mix them into his army and going to have to rely on his stalkers, etc., to take out the AA, which is going to essentially be massed Marines at this point. Notice that we do have a factory on the way with a reactor, or it's done, but it does have a reactor on it, so he is going to be some interesting play here from the starport. Is he going to go for a couple Vikings is the question. My guess is he probably will go ahead and toss out some Vikings. Yes, there we go. Double Vikings incoming. We do have Warp Gate complete. Here comes your first Void Ray as well as some Stalkers. Going to try and get this Void Ray charged up here. Is a very, very smart move. But he absolutely has to keep it alive. It is such an investment to get a Void Ray this early in the game. You have to protect that investment. It's just like every other investment. And, yeah, got to protect it. Got to do the right thing here. And this is going to be a difficult wall to break here for Salvation, especially now that he does have those Vikings out on the field. These Vikings are really going to be brutal here. And we may even see Knightr back out. Now, Void Rays do a lot of damage to Vikings, so he's got to be careful with them. But they do outrange the Void Rays, so that is big. Notice that the range on those suckers is 9. I mean, my goodness, that's a long range. But he did take out one of the Void Rays, but one of the Vikings did go down. Now, we do have more barracks on the way. Got to hold this ramp. Oh, do not lose. I would rebuild here. Yep, rebuilding I think is probably the best bet. And just holding here is the key for Salvation, because this is a difficult thing to hold off even when he does scout it. But the nice thing for him is his scouting has been impeccable, and now is going to be massing some Marines here, it appears. Here comes the push. It's a lot of Zealots here, but a little bit of a misclick there. Those Zealots not quite in the position they needed to be. Got to get some heal down on this bunker. Oh, the bunker goes down. Now Salvation in a lot of trouble, is going to have to land these Vikings here for some defense. Absolutely has to do it. Did get supply block there for a moment too, and that absolutely hurt him. Oh my goodness. Getting another supply depot here. Looks like he may be able to hold. No, it is not. Look at that. Too many units now on the field for Knightr. Is going to be pushing in here, looking to take down this win and tie it up 2-2, taking us to game 5. Oh, it's going to be so much fun if he can take this win down. He's not out of it quite yet. Here is the last push. It is going to be a Thor. Can he make it happen with a Thor? My goodness, this is so fun. He is really pulling out all the stops, getting a lot of heal down on this Thor, and the Thor may end up cleaning this up. He does have to toss down some mules here to get himself back in this game ASAP. Couple of these Zealots here going to back out, it looks like, and look, wow. Unbelievable. Salvation did hold on there, though. He is definitely behind at this point. But the units lost fairly even. The trouble is that Salvation has lost so many of his workers. Let's check in on Control R. 21 SCVs killed for Knightr. Ouch! Oh my goodness, that is absolutely brutal at this point. And Salvation has got a lot of room to make up here. I still think that Knightr has a great opportunity to take this down, but he does have to have a quick counter to that Thor. And we'll see. Oh, here comes a Void Ray in for some harass. Going to try and work on this barracks for just a moment. Thor going to be able to clean that up, though, in pretty decent style. Now, he did get charged up, so he'll rip through those Marines quickly. Wow. I don't know. This is going to be difficult for Salvation to hold here, but he's doing everything right, I think, at this point. Is going to be working on a Hellion here, which is not a bad idea. Might go ahead and drop that. I think is probably wise. Try and do some economic damage, if at all possible. I mean, he's just got to get sneaky here. Do some tricky things to try and make this happen. Here comes Knightr, though, with his very, very daunting army here. Double Void Rays in this army. Not a bad deal. Too bad they can't charge up on the Manx statue. That Mink statue falls too quickly for him to charge up on. And here comes a third Void Ray. All he really has to do is take out this Thor, and those air units are going to be very, very strong here. Well, I take that back. Salvation does have a lot of Marines, but the crazy thing is guess what? This ground force is going to rip through the Marines very, very quickly. It looks like it is go time. Stalker's coming up to the high ground right behind the Zealots. And here goes the attack. Notice that we do have liberal use of Guardian Shield. I like it, but good kiting here from Salvation. Going to get the heal down on this Thor, but the Thor is about to fall. Oh my goodness, the Thor does fall. Void Ray is a great choice there because they do extra damage versus armored, so not bad. And one of them was charged up, I think, for a moment. But he does take it out, and that appears to be game. There's the GG from Salvation. Great, great job there from AoWKnighter. Beautiful play, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be going into Game 5. Press 1 if you love Game 5. I do. It is the pressure on both players now, so don't alt-tab. Always on Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have the heartwarming conclusion of this best of 5 show match coming at you right now. It is live out here on our live stream /NackSC2 at Twitch TV. So check it out if you are on YouTube. If you are on Twitch TV, well, you know what? Go ahead and check out youtube.com /NackSC2. So good stuff there. A little bit of cross advertising here, and I do that because this video will go on both. It is going to be Shattered Temple here for game number 5. Now, AoWKnighter tying it up in that last game in a phenomenal show of strength with his Void Ray action. Beautiful stuff. Oh, Frosties. Wow, that's kind of fun. I'm ablaze with all these Hellions fully ablaze. I like that. That would be good lyrics for that song. We'll have to... I think we should work on a remake of that song, or what do you call it, a spoof. I'm not sure what to call them anymore. I can't remember. But they do them all the time on YouTube. But we should make one. If anybody wants to make one with me, let me know and we'll start working on it together. I'm serious. And we'll put it up on our YouTube channels. It'll be fun. But we do have a command center going down for Salvation. Oh, wait. No, it was already built. What I meant to say is we do have a barracks going down. A barracks going down for Salvation. And the gateway going down for AoWKnighter looks to be standard openers so far. Parodies, that's the word. Thanks, Frosties. Yep, that'll be fun. Gas going down here for AoWKnighter. And looks like fairly standard openers thus far. He did get walled off here very quickly, though, so not going to make it up the ramp quite yet. And look at that. Salvation's like, hey, I see you down there. I'm going to kill you. And here comes the SCV. Is absolutely going to be chasing that guy down for just a moment. Good stuff. Cool. And orbital command on the way. Perfect timing there. We do have the cybernetics core on the way. Is it going to be another fast gas? Is it going to be another fast gas? Will it with me, guys? Will it? It is not quite yet. So not a fast gas. Looks like he is not going to be going for a fast tech. That is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not be upset. We are having a grand old time in this best of 5. Man, you got to love it when it comes down to one game. Right here, right now. Winner takes all. And we'll see who it's going to be. We do have a couple more Marines. Looks like they are congregating here on the other side of the wall. The downside of the wall. So maybe going to be pushing out across the map potentially? I don't know. He does have a factory going down. His second gas as well in fairly decent time. We do have the second gas for AoWKnighter down right now, though, too. Not too late for him to tech up, but a little bit later than normal if you are going fast tech. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm thinking probably fast expand here from AoWKnighter, actually. A one base expand, which is not a bad deal here, but he hasn't really scouted what's going on here for Salvation. It is going to be a starport. Notice he's putting down a bunker, which means, I think, cloak banshees. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be really, really interesting. Stargate going down for AoWKnighter. Now, he did get his gas just a little bit later than normal on that Stargate build. So, we'll see if that's going to come in and play a factor, but I don't think it will. I don't think it was quite late enough, but it is going to be a 1-1-1 here from Salvation, We do need to see some scouting from Salvation here. He's got to figure this out now. Notice that AoWKnighter not going to allow so much scouting this time. Frosty's out on live stream saying, let's see something crazy like a double expand. I like it. That'd be funny. Oh, good stuff. But we do have a reactor, or I mean a Tech Lab starport, I should say, and a reactor going down on the factory. We do have a Raven out on the field. Now that is interesting. More barracks on the way. What's he going to get from this factory? Oh, he's going to switch it. So reactor barracks here is going to be massing some Marines, apparently, which is not a bad deal. Another Tech Lab going down. It is going to be on the factory. Raven about to be out. Is he going to grab a cloaked Banshee? Yes, he is. Well, it's not cloaked yet. We don't have cloak on the way yet, but it is a Banshee nonetheless. Banshees can be fairly effective even without cloak. And by fairly, I mean very effective. I actually like Banshees as a unit. They're a great unit. But SCV here, getting a little bit of scouting intel. At least he knows that there is not an expand going down quite yet. But not in vision, in range of the vision here. So, but just camping. You know, whatever. He's just going to relax there for just a moment. We do have a Banshee coming out here in just a bit. And is he going to go for a second? Ooh, it's tense. The SCV actually did just die, Frosties. I missed it. Sorry. Who got the kill? Let's find out who got the kill. There it is. A Zealot did. The Zealot did. It is going to be another Banshee, by the way. And we do have from the starport, it is going to be Phoenix this time. Now, talk about fun. Phoenix play from AoWKnighter. And now, oh man, I love Phoenix so much, though. These guys can be so incredibly effective, especially at this level of play where AoWKnighter has just got such great control over his units, knows how to use those spell casting, you know, those spellcasters' abilities so stinking well. This is going to be really, really fun. Lord Frisia actually calling a planetary fortress. I'd like to see a planetary fortress as well. But we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be. Nobody expanding quite. Oh, I take that back. Look at that. AoWKnighter going to go for an expand here. But it's about time for him to go do something with his Phoenix. We'll see if he's going to do harass or just mix him into the army. Both can be effective. The nice thing is tanks do not count as massive, so he can pick up the tanks and absolutely nullify that tank play here from Salvation. And he is going to get out quite a few tanks here. 3 tanks can be picked up very, very easily by those units. So I don't know, man. This could be very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. We do have a robotics facility, so he's got the Stargate and the Robo now on 2 base here in just a moment. Let's check in on what's going back here in the base of Salvation. Notice he does not have an expand going up. I do believe he is going to go for a 1 base all-in type of play. Now this can be very effective with that Raven. You don't need cloak for this particular build. Yep, he is pulling SCVs. Now it's not a true all-in. Notice that he's keeping some units behind here, so he can come back here. But it is going to put him potentially behind if AoWKnighter holds it off. Now the interesting thing here is that AoWKnighter did get these Phoenix out and has not revealed them yet. And these Phoenix are going to be super effective against those Banshees, especially because they do not have cloak. Oh, down they go. Banshees nullified, as well as tanks potentially. Point defense drones going down here from Salvation. Is he going to be able to do enough damage? Here comes the attack, though. You can see the point defense drone saving a lot of damage there. And it looks like he is going to have to push forward here. Got to keep these units together, but this is a big, big push from Salvation. AoWKnighter losing a lot of units here fairly quickly. And oh man, those Marines brutalized those air units. And there it is, the GG. Well played from AoWKnighter, unable to hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, Salvation, our winner for the evening. Grats to that guy. He is really, really good player. To take 3 games off of AoWKnighter in a best of 5 is difficult, but great play from AoWKnighter as well. Gotta love the manners between these guys. The entire evening, it's been tons and tons of fun. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt StarCraft. We will see you guys next time.